Have you ever wished you could approach software development like Tony Stark? Imagine saying, I like it, fabricate it, paint it, and your AI tool responds, commencing automated assembly. Hey everyone, I've been quiet for a few weeks because I've been building something that solves one of the biggest challenges we face with AI development tools. Today, I'm excited to announce ArchSpec, a professional-grade, AI-powered software specification system that lets us automatically build software with precision, just like Iron Man himself. While popular AI development tools excel at generating code, their effectiveness hinges on the quality of your prompts. Vague requirements inevitably lead to endless iterations, messy code, bugs, wasted API costs, and failed projects. ArchSpec transforms this process by helping you create comprehensive, implementation-ready specifications before writing a single line of code. It's available both as a subscription service at archspec.dev and as an open-source project you can self-host. In this video, I'll walk you through ArchSpec's core features and demonstrate how to use it with your favorite AI development tools. I've spent hundreds of hours testing AI coding tools and discovered a consistent pattern. Output quality directly correlates with prompt quality, not just due to LLM capabilities or choice of tools. When you provide comprehensive specifications, you get remarkably accurate implementations. With vague directions, you waste time and money on iterations. AI editors try to address this by letting us apply rules for the AI to follow. While helpful, this approach remains limited. The challenge is that creating a good specification is tedious, time-consuming work. That's what ArchSpec aims to solve. Just as Tony Stark spent countless hours experimenting, prototyping, and drawing up specs for his suit before asking Jarvis to fabricate it, we need proper planning. ArchSpec is an AI-powered system for creating comprehensive software specifications before writing any code. Unlike the iterative ask and generate approach common with current AI coding tools, ArchSpec follows a thorough upfront planning methodology, similar to waterfall development, where requirements, architecture, and implementation details are defined through structured user-system collaboration. Let me show you how ArchSpec works. After logging in, you're presented with the dashboard showing your projects and available templates. Here I have 3 templates, and clicking the preview button allows me to see what the template looks like in terms of details or specifications. You can see general functional requirements as well as non-functional requirements, including security, usability, accessibility, and more. Here's the cool part in the tech stack section. You can see the front-end, back-end, and database tech stack already selected for you, as well as authentication, hosting, and storage options. You can also see some features. Since this is a template, these features are very general, and you'll be able to customize them later. We also have the UI design here. Color palette, typography, component styles, dark mode options, animations, and layout. One important section is the data model where we define our entities. In this case, we have user, profile, and item as a general data model for this template, as well as application pages. The pages are divided into public pages like landing, login, register, and forgot password, authenticated pages like dashboard, profile, and settings, and admin pages, including admin dashboard, user management, and system settings. We also have the API endpoints for the backend. We can collapse each section to see which part we want to explore more. In the future, we'll have many templates for different use cases. Let me use this template. Since I don't have any projects yet, I'll use this simple web app template. Clicking on it allows me to review the template details again and add my project name. For example, I'll add expense tracker and describe the project. A web-based, easy-to-use expense income transaction data entry with summary and simple charts. I can also add business goals and target users. For the domain, I'll enter finance. Before I can add requirements, I need to save the project first. I'll click Save Project, and you can see the project was created successfully, and all template data was applied. Now we can see the functional requirements, like a simple authentication system, as well as the non-functional requirements we saw earlier. Same with the features. We can manually edit them, add more, save, or delete them as needed. For UI design, you can see the preset from the template. Now, this is no longer a template but a project. We can still change the colors and save by going to other tabs or clicking the Save UI Design button. In the tech stack, selecting a framework will automatically populate compatible options. For example, if I click on Next.js, I can see the compatible UI libraries. We can select authentication methods, hosting options, and database systems. If you select SQL, you need to choose a SQL-compatible database system. For no SQL, you might select MongoDB or Redis. You can also select the database hosting. For example, MongoDB Atlas. Let's save that and move on. We can edit the pages here. For home, we have 3 components: hero, features, and call to action. You can edit these or add more components like FAQ. You can also add more public pages and paths. Moving to the data model, we can add entities manually. For example, we can add an expense entity with fields like date required and amount, integer required. We need to add a description. This is the expense transaction. Now I've added one entity with 2 fields, and I can define relationships. Let's add a relationship between expense and user. For example, a user has a one-to-many relationship with expenses. For API endpoints, we can define them here. We can select the methods we want and save the endpoints. Test cases are also available. We can see user registration, login, and logout test. We can edit and add more descriptions and scenarios in Gherkin format. Given, when, then, and but. For implementation prompts, we can click Use Sample Prompts to see ideas on how to implement the project setup. We can edit, copy, or delete these prompts. We have main prompts and 2 follow-up prompts. At any point, you can copy and download the Markdown. You can download individual sections or preview the Markdown, with copy buttons available throughout. You can also download everything as a complete package, including the Markdown file for Claude, a README, and all the specifications we've created. That's how ArchSpec works. These are the core features, and you might notice there are AI features available with the premium plan. This is what sets ArchSpec apart, its AI enhancement capabilities. It allows us to enhance almost all parts of our software specification. Let me switch to another user with a paid account. Now I'm logged in with a premium subscription. Let me go back to the dashboard and load this project. I can enhance the description by clicking on it and optionally adding custom AI instructions. I'll just click Enhance without entering anything. The AI has improved our project description, a streamlined, user-friendly web application for tracking household expenses, designed specifically for family use. We can generate target users too, but I'll skip that for now. We can also enhance our tech stack using AI, but I'll also skip it for now since I'm satisfied with these selections. For requirements, I can replace everything based on the enhanced description. Let me add more information. I'll click Replace Requirements. So AI enhances our requirements, replacing the existing template requirements. We can see the updated functional requirements. The system shall provide user registration, authenticate users. We can remove any we don't need and keep the important ones like mobile-first design or responsive design. For features, I can simply add features using AI. This will use the description and requirements I already entered to create more features. It added user preferences, data management, import, export, transaction management, reporting, analytics, and performance optimization. I can leave the UI design as is or enhance it via AI. For the pages, since the current setup is basic, we can replace everything based on our requirements and features. Now we can see the admin pages, including category management and user management. For authenticated pages, we have dashboard, transactions, add, edit, and family workspace. For public pages, we have the usual home, login, register, and about. For the data model, we'll replace everything to ensure we have an optimal setup. We can also add AI entities without replacing existing ones. The beauty is that we can customize this however we want using AI to analyze our project and create an optimal data model. The AI has successfully generated the data model. We have 8 fields for the user, and you can edit these if needed. We also have several other entities and their relationships with each other. This clarity is important to avoid confusion during implementation. For endpoints, let me add AI-generated endpoints. Now you can see the generated endpoints: OAuth registration, user login, logout, session management, password handling, families management, and more. For test cases, I'll remove the existing ones and generate new ones. For the sake of saving time, I'll request just 5 test cases. The AI has generated 5 test cases as requested, with detailed scenarios like when application loaded and when the application viewed on desktop. Then all elements should properly size and position for desktop viewing. These are important for our implementation. For implementation prompts, we can now generate specific prompts. The AI has created a main prompt with the project structure laid out, initial configuration files, and the exact tech stack we selected. When we're done, we can download with AI and choose to generate an AI-enhanced README and AI Assistant rules files for Cursor, Windsurf, and Claude Code. Each option consumes an AI credit when enabled. The system will generate a comprehensive README file and the AI rules files we selected. Once downloaded, I'll open Cursor. In the Downloads folder, I'll open the Expense Tracker project. Now we can ask Cursor or Windsurf to implement everything. I'll copy the main prompt and say, create project in the current folder as per the setup prompt. You can see it's creating the project according to our specifications. From now on, we can reference the data model, features, and pages to ensure everything is correct. We can instruct our AI dev tool to check whether we have all the required pages, and if not, create them. The resulting output will comply with the specification we provided. It's creating the necessary files, adding .gitignore, and setting up front-end files like app pages, index.js, and index.es. Now it's asking for permission to run commands. I won't be completing this implementation right now, but I'll create more tutorials in the future. You might be wondering if ArchSpec is paid. Yes, if you're using the hosted implementation and want AI enhancements, you need to subscribe. However, you can also use it to create specifications manually. Here's the good news. I'm releasing this as an open source project. Currently, it's private, but soon I'll make it public so you can contribute. You can clone the repository and run it locally using your own API key. I've extensively documented everything you need to do, including setup for both backend and frontend. You can supply your own Anthropic key. I'm using Claude 3.7, but you can change it if you prefer. You can customize this according to your needs and contribute to its development. There are still features I'm working on, such as optimization of AI calls, intelligent knowledge graphs for gaps detection, and additional project templates. For those with zero development experience, feel free to use the hosted version at archspec.dev. ArchSpec is available in 2 tiers, free as a self-hosted open source project where you provide your own API, or as a hosted early access version with basic features or AI credits. As a special launch offer for my YouTube audience, you can use the code AIDriven25 to get 25% discount for the first 3 months on the paid plan. ArchSpec represents months of development aimed at solving a critical challenge in modern software development, writing comprehensive specifications that work beautifully with your AI tools. Whether you choose the hosted version or self-host the open source project, I'm excited to see how ArchSpec transforms your development workflow. Visit archspec.dev to sign up for the hosted version, or head to my GitHub account to explore the open source project. I'll be creating additional tutorials showing ArchSpec integration with various AI development tools, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or feature requests. Thanks for watching and happy coding!